Here we go, July 14th, 2025. We have a ranking of quarterbacks in the NFL by anonymous GMs and executives and blah, 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 blah. How does Bo Nix stack up? We'll tell you about that just in a little bit. Also, hey, we have a great moment for the Rockies. Not a good moment, a great moment. We'll get into Ethan Holliday's selection as the first overall pick for the Rocks in just a bit. It seems official with Jonas, so he's no longer Buttercup. He's our guy. He's Jonas. We're pumped. Valanciunas with the Nuggets. Plus, sort of as the world turns with quarterbacks in the quarterback documentary. All that coming up here on DMac SMaK. We are proudly brought to you by Journey Spice. If you want to get the best spices in the world, all you have to do is click on the QR code and it goes. It's incredible. Journey Spice. They go great on every single meal that you can imagine. It's Journey Spice for the win, whether it's seafood or it's brisket or it's breakfast or it's lunch. You can't do better than Journey Spice. And all you have to do is click on that. No salt, no sugar, non-GMO, flavor in, plastic out, in a variety of flavors. Again, you'll see an amazing selection right there. You're an idiot not to put Journey Spice on all your foods. We certainly do in the old McKee household. So thank you, Journey Spice. More about our great friends at Journey Spice in just a little bit. Okay, not often do we lead off with Rocky stuff. And like I said, we'll get to where Bo Nix ranks in just a little bit. But it was an awesome moment having Ethan Holliday drafted. He was incredible. Now, it's a weird sort of circuit for these really big name prospects because a lot of them don't even play summer baseball. They, especially in high school, because the collegiate leagues aren't available and playing in some sort of summer league is kind of a waste of time for these kids. So what will happen is that, and Ethan Holliday played for Team USA, but that schedule's sort of so-so. So what they do is they play their high school season, which is ridiculous for kids this talented. And then they go on a showcase circuit. And it's not real games. It's batting practice. It's drills. It's like 10 million other things. And like I said, the high school season, what are we talking about? 24, 25 games, maybe. Maybe if you go to the playoffs, 30. So not all that much. In high school in his senior season, Ethan Holliday hit 611 with 19 home runs, a 2.038 OPS. That's your on-base percentage plus slugging percentage. That is bananas. Had 60-plus home runs and was the high school player of the year, according to Baseball America. High school player of the year. And incredibly, there's a kid named Eli Willits who's also a shortstop from Oklahoma, and he went number 1 to the Nationals. I think the Rockies got a little bit lucky for once. Every single draft guide had Ethan Holliday going number 1 or number 2. For him to go 4, which was projected in the past month or so, there was a big vibe that this might break down this way. The fact that the Nationals took another high school shortstop from Oklahoma, here's the reason why they did that. Willits is young. He's only 17. So he, I don't know. He went up a year. He sort of updrafted himself. So there are analytics to tell you that if things are close or even, you go with the younger guy for a bigger this, that, the other thing. That's it. I think this is an incredibly lucky break for the Rockies. I love it. I love the fact Ethan Holliday is a big slugger. Now, incredibly, when Matt Holliday was drafted when he was 18, he was 6'4", 240. Yikes. Ethan Holliday is 6'4", 210, so he's not quite the same bulk as his dad, but he's bigger than Jackson, his older brother who went number one a couple years ago, and in a couple years ascended to the Orioles. And Jackson's like 6 foot, 6'1", maybe 180 something. So Ethan Holliday, and he's a shortstop. He's a 6'4", 210-pound shortstop. Now, with Tovar on the Rockies, it's more likely than not that he'll be shifted over to third base. Ryan McMahon should just be gone. Anyways, that's a position that is wide open. And so, and I don't know about Amador. Like, I hope Amador kind of rises up. He's a young guy in the Rockies system. So theoretically, you'd have Holliday, Tovar, Amador, or you could move Ritter to second base and Tolia. And you know what? I like that core, man. I like that core. In the outfield, Jordan Beck's a young guy. He'd certainly be a core part of the team. Hunter Goodman's an all-star. I'm not sure about Brenton Doyle, where all that's going. Not sure where Tyler Freeman's going. Fernandez scares the crap out of me as a fielder, but he certainly has some hitting talent. And all of a sudden, if you go around the diamond, you're like, wait a second. That's a pretty interesting young core of Rockies players right there. Pitching is a bigger issue, obviously, but the core of the team in terms of youth and who they could possibly be is pretty promising. So, right on Rockies, okay? There's plenty of criticism for the Rockies. And listen, you didn't have to be a genius to make this pick. Seriously, literally anybody could have made this pick. But still, they didn't blow it. So I guess they get some credit for that. I'm excited about it. And Ethan Holliday was happy.
Imagine the thoughts running through your mind that you were drafted by the organization that your father played years for, the Colorado Rockies. What's going through your mind right now?
Man, a lot. You know, this is a really incredible opportunity. I'm so driven by faith, and I'm so grateful, and the Lord has really been the centerpiece of my life, and I don't even know what words I can put to this, but the Rockies organization, I'm just so thankful, and obviously with the family and the background, and my dad being drafted by them, and that just adds such a cool thing, and knowing everybody in the organization since I was born. So I'm super thankful.
Hey Ethan, it's Dan.
All right. In terms of expectations, your father is who he is. It's like your grandfather, your uncle, your older brother. The expectations were high.
Hey Ethan, it's Mark DeRosa. First off, dude, completely fired up for you. And I talk to your dad a lot.
Thank you.
I want to ask you, tell the people how at home how hard it was to play not only under the microscope of your dad, but under the microscope of your brother, and like the expectations you had to deal with coming into this year.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't. I wouldn't sit here and say it's all been easy, but also I'm so blessed to be able to play baseball. And if the hardest thing in my life is expectations and pressure, then I'm gonna wake up super grateful every single day. And the people that pour into my life, the people that are supporting me, it's that's one of the main reasons why I can do what I love, is with freedom in my mind. And man, it's this whole journey, like sitting here right now, just thinking everything that's gone down in the last 3 or 4 years, it's crazy. So yeah, I mean, it's had its tough moments, but I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Seems like a great young man. I'm thrilled that he's part of the Rockies organization. Some of the photos are pretty funny to see what he looked like as a little baby. Look at that. He was asked if they could recreate that photo. Ethan is now the same size as Matt Holliday, so that would be difficult to do. But, you know, this is a kid who is, you know, he was born in 2007, the greatest Rockies year of all time. And his dad didn't touch the plate, but who gives a shit? This is awesome. This is awesome. So congratulations to the Rockies. Congratulations to Ethan Holliday. Way to go. In terms of the rest of the Rockies draft on day one, they take J.B. Middleton, a pitcher from Southern Mississippi. With their second pick, they take Matt Beleu. Don't know much about him. He's an outfielder from Texas. And then sort of I'll get the banner off this so you can see this. Sort of a combo meal with Ethan Hedges, third baseman out of USC. I think Hedges also is a pitcher too, but mostly third baseman. But we'll see. So Ethan Hedges, Max Beleu, JB Middleton, and Ethan Holliday. The only other thing that I would encourage the Rockies to do as they go through the draft, it will piss me off, and my knowledge of high school pitchers in Colorado ain't what it used to be. It used to be unbelievable. But I would highly encourage the Rockies, if there are prospects in deeper rounds, okay, because you get 20 rounds. So if there are Colorado-bred pitching prospects, I would so highly encourage the Rockies to take one of those kids. They've missed out on their opportunities of late with kids that I did know, and I think that's a shame. And these aren't, hey, some sort of pity pick. We're talking about kids going 8th round, 13th round, even the 17th round. So that's my only big advice, that as it gets deeper and there are other options in terms of pitchers, look at the Colorado kids first. And we'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes. But really fun story for Ethan Holliday to be selected for the Rockies. Great job by the Rockies. We'll see with these other kids. But you got Charlie Condon, Ethan Holliday. Yeah, I forgot Charlie Condon in that mix too. So maybe Brenton Doyle doesn't matter. Like Condon, Ritter, Tovar, Tolia, Beck, Holliday, Hunter Goodman. These are good players, guys. I mean, it's going to take some time for sure. But, I mean, we're talking about some high-quality players, or at least they seem to be high-quality players on the surface. Don't have many beefs with any of that. We'll take your comments here in a little bit. And we'll get to the great news about Jonas right after this from Journey Spice.
There's a world of flavor out there, and to find it, you have to take the journey. Journey Spice Company handcrafts the most premium spice and seasoning blends that have no sugar, no salt, are certified USDA organic, non-GMO, vegan-friendly, and always planet-friendly. You are going to love serving amazingly delicious creations while knowing you helped reduce single-use plastics. Make sure to search for Journey Spice Company on Amazon today.
Journey Spice, Andon and Rosa, love you guys. You guys are the best. Listen, it's so simple just to go to Amazon.com, just hit the QR code and get you some Journey Spice. You're going to absolutely love it. I promise you. Okay, Jonas Valanciunas. All right. The deal has officially been done. He is a member of the Denver Nuggets. Suck it, Greece. Contractually, he's Nuggets property. The Nuggets just didn't really get into the weirdness of the situation. They just kind of quietly let it play out. And Valanciunas is their guy. So really cool. In terms of summer league action, well, wasn't really great for the Nuggets, that's for sure. They've lost 2 games in a row. The last game they lost on Saturday night, 94-83. But there were some bright spots. Spencer Jones, who did nada in game 1 of Summer League, had 19 points on 8 of 12 shooting and hit a 3 of 6 from 3. So way to go, Spencer Jones. Hunter Tyson, a little bit better, but he's kind of all over the place. You got some decent production out of Tamar Bates, who had 13 points. And anybody else stand out? Not really. Deron Holmes was okay. 3 of 6 from the floor, 2 of 5 from 3. I heard the boys in the morning, Mosier, Lombardi, and Kane, talking about whether to shut him down or not. Cooper Flagg has been shut down, but Cooper Flagg went for 30-plus in his second Summer League game. Cooper Flagg's, we've seen enough of Cooper Flagg if I'm Dallas. No, Deron Holmes should definitely play the rest of this out. They have a game on Tuesday night, and, you kind of go from there. Tuesday night they play. I'll get it for you. So no reason to shut them down. Not that interesting of a game, unfortunately. As They were down by 14 at halftime. They kind of came back a little bit, but I don't know. There's not much to say aside from what I just told you. They host Summer League hosting home team Toronto on Tuesday night. That game is at 6:00 on Altitude. So check that out if you want. But I'm glad the Valanciunas stuff is done. I don't know if there's going to be any more drama there. I don't really expect there to be more drama. Here we go with Katie. Katie talking to Ben Tenzer at Summer League about everything going on.
Obviously a very active offseason so far for you guys. Let's just start from the top. That Michael Porter Jr., Cam Johnson trade. How did that all come about?
Yeah, so we've been working on that a while in terms of just, our jobs is our job is to call every team around the league and just kind of check in and see what's going on, what's motivating them. And, as we started to talk to Brooklyn, we understood they had a lot of cap space. So that was something that was able to sometimes help manipulate trades. And we were able to work out a deal. Yesterday we had the call, and I guess 2 days ago it became official. So it's exciting, very exciting. I mean, Cam's obviously a great player, a wonderful person, and we feel like he'll add a lot to the Nuggets organization.
Tell me about his game and what was so enticing to you guys.
I think just his shooting, number one, off ball is incredible. His defense also, but I think that IQ is a big thing that we've been kind of focusing on, how to add IQ to our team, and I think he checks all those boxes.
What made you want to bring back Bruce Brown?
Okay, and Bruce Brown, we know why they brought back Bruce Brown. Also, Katie caught up with Cam Johnson, and let's get to know Cam.
What excites you most about joining this team?
Just the guys on the team, the culture that they've created, the winning identity that they've created. Everybody that I've met so far has been amazing, so I'm really looking forward to it.
What is it about your skill set that you think will fit well with this group?
I just want to win. I'll try to be in the right spots every time, make the right play. Playing with Yoke, Maul, AG, see everybody on the roster, top to bottom. There's going to be a lot of open shots out there, and we're going to generate it for each other. And just playing hard and playing that winning basketball.
When I tell you that you're getting a chance to play with Nikola Jokic, what comes to your mind?
It's like a dream come true. Playing against him, a lot when I was in the Western Conference and my whole career, just the things he's able to do. For example, sometimes I'll try to sneak up, when he has his back turned, he just sees the court. He sees every aspect of the court. And so for me as a shooter, all I know is that if I'm just in the right spot, he'll find me. And then just the way he leads the team, I think he's the heartbeat of the team. He's the stabilizing factor. He does a great job of that.
What are your relationships like already with the players on this team and the coaching staff?
But they've been good. I spent some time with Tim here, P here. It seems like a great group of guys. And I've heard that from people across the league. I've heard that from the people in the locker room, so it must be true.
We're so happy to have you. Welcome.
All right on Cam Johnson. Can't wait to see him perform. We'll get to the Rockies game against the Reds in just a little bit. But first, the executives and the coaches and scouts ranked NFL's top 10 quarterbacks for 2025. All right, this is an anonymous thing. It's the 6th edition of these rankings. And here we go. Number 1 is Patrick Mahomes. He was number 1 last year. He's number 1 this year. Number 2 is Josh Allen. This, again, is players, coaches, execs, all anonymous, but, still, it's interesting to see what the your peers think. Joe Burrow is ranked number 3. I love the series Quarterback on Netflix. Binged the entire thing this weekend. Joe Burrow was sensational, and they went on a tear, including beating the Broncos the second to last game of the season, but thank God the Broncos had the JV version of the Kansas City Chiefs, which they whooped up on to get into the playoffs. But Joe Burrow he's incredible, and he is just a different dude. I think he's like a nice Jay Cutler. Number 4, Lamar Jackson. Well, here you go, guys. And when we're looking at the top guys, what are we seeing in common? First round Chiefs, first round Bills, first round Bengals, first round. When do we get to a guy not in the first round? Jaden Daniels is at number 5. Number 6 is Matthew Stafford. Number 7 is Justin Herbert. Number 8 is Jared Goff. Number 9 is Jalen Hurts. There you go. You got one. You got a second rounder right there, number 9. And number 10, they've got Baker Mayfield, who is a number one. That's pretty impressive for Baker Mayfield. He was unranked last year. What's kind of cool is that here are the honorable mention. Didn't quite make the top 10. CJ Stroud, Jordan Love, and yes, also receiving votes, your guy, Bo Nix of the Denver Broncos. He's in there with Kyler Murray, Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, Aaron Rodgers, Tua Tagovailoa, and Bo Nix got himself a vote or two to get him in the mix. And I think that's about right. I think right now Bo Nix is probably, I don't know, quarterback 18, 19, something like that in the league with a lot of upside, tons and tons of upside. And not receiving votes, J.J. McCarthy, who didn't play, didn't get a vote there. Michael Penix Jr., who filled in late in the season for Kirk Cousins, didn't get a vote there. Who are else? The other big studs from last year. That's it. He's the only draft pick from last year that got in there. So he's the only rookie that even got an honorable mention vote. Pretty cool, right? I think. I'd say so. Trevor Lawrence not getting a vote in there. So, good for Bo Nix. Good moment. Training camp just really about a week or so away. The Rookies report on Wednesday. We'll have complete and total coverage for you right here on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5. Can't wait for football. That's for sure. All right. In terms of the Rockies, you know what? Before we get there, there is a moment from quarterback I want to show you. And that's the passing of the torch, which sometimes can be sort of a painful moment. And when I read off that list, I didn't read Kirk Cousins' name. I didn't read Andy Dalton's name. Aaron Rodgers was on that list, and I'm rolling my eyes even at that. But here is an interesting interaction from Netflix's show Quarterback, produced by Peyton Manning and Patrick Mahomes, by the way. When Kirk Cousins, who's benched, chit-chats with Andy Dalton, who's, it is what it is. And when it's over, it's over. And it's over for Kirk Cousins. And he's getting paid a lot of money. And you feel sympathy for him until you realize he's made like hundreds of millions of dollars. And then you stop feeling sorry for him. You just moved into your house. Okay. Buy another house. Buy a house every year. You don't have to move the boxes. You can pay somebody to do it. So there you go. And of course, I'm a mile long and 3 inches deep. Bo Nix, yes, honorable mention. Jaden Daniels firmly in the top 10 on that list for the quarterbacks drafted last year. But no Caleb Williams, no Drake May, no Michael Penix Jr., and of course, no J.J. McCarthy. So if you want to have the argument that in one of the best draft classes of all time, where 6 quarterbacks went in the top 12, Bo Nix had the second best year, it's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Can't wait for football. Back to baseball, and then we'll get to your comments here in a second. Oh, one more football note. One of the just awful, horrible stories. John Elway's former agent, John Spearbeck, it was an accident. Nobody was really at fault. He was standing up on the back of a golf cart that John Elway was driving. There was no bad driving. There was no evidence of drinking or any kind of other substances like that. This is the case is now closed. It is just a horrible, horrible accident. It's over, said, let me see, Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco. We've talked to everyone involved. We found nothing new. There was nothing criminal. It was what we've been saying about this all along. It was a tragic accident. I feel so bad for John and his family, and Spurbeck and his family. Is just a horrible, horrible, horrible accident. And my heart goes out to everybody involved with it. So that's brutal. So that's the end of that. I hate to be such a bummer here. Okay, moving on. Let's pick our spirits up with the Rockies, right? The Rockies lost 4-2 to the Reds. It was a game, although despite the fact that the game felt close, sort of, it was like a close game in the game that you felt like the Rockies had no shot in whatsoever. You can go watch March Towards History. It's remarkable that I'm doing watch-alongs of the Rockies, but you can go back and see live reaction to how everything went. But what's frustrating for the Rockies is they continue to make like dumb plays. They don't play baseball the right way. They don't make plays. They boot the ball. They don't. Fernandez didn't dive for a ball that he should have dove for. There's some really good fielding plays. Like Michael Tolio playing first base has been actually pretty remarkable. But, Ryan Ritter, who's been really solid, kicks a ball. That results in a run. Fernandez doesn't slide for a ball. He makes that play. That eventually costs him a run. And when your margins are so small, you can't afford to make, little league type of mistakes. Never mind the fact that when you have a runner in scoring position, especially on third base with less than 2 outs, that guy's got to score at least 80% of the time. I mean, at least 80% of the time. You're major league hitters. You can't strike out. You can't pop out. You can't weakly ground out. You got to put the bat on the ball. Either get a base hit or drive the ball to the outfield. This is not a complicated thing for major league hitters at this level. And the Rockies are awful in this situation. Here is Warren Schaefer being asked about that and about the team in general.
Is that just an area that, like
sure,
needs to improve?
Yeah, most of the year I think that's been an area that needs to be improved, and we're going to see that through in the second half. It's going to be a big focus area coming back after the break.
And also a couple more errors today. That's something else that you're...
Yeah, I mean, you never like errors, no doubt. They're going to happen sometimes, though. I mean, Ritt has been a really good shortstop for us since he's been up here. He just made an error in a big spot today. I want that ball hit him every time. SMaK, nice diving play to stop a run in that same inning. I mean, Jimmy did his job. The ball that dropped in between Fernandez and Ritter, just no communication there. That's something that can't happen. That led to a run.
When it comes to the runners in scoring position, do you think it's an over effort or like trying to do too much?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, no doubt. Especially when it's happened over and over and over again. It gets in guys' heads. You know how that is, Corey. It's just a matter of getting on a roll with it and stacking some games where we do it right ahead and getting some confidence in there and building on that.
The Rockies, my friends, at the end of the day, just aren't really good at baseball. They have major league players, but in terms of the game of baseball, they make a crazy amount of mistakes compared to other teams. So the Rockies just aren't all that great at baseball. 22-74 into the All-Star break, minus 253 in terms of the run differential. 10 wins at home, 12 wins on the road. 3-7. They lost 5 of their last 6 games, swept in Boston, and picked up 1 win, a tough win on Friday night. Lost a game on Saturday they should have won. And yesterday, I don't know, even though the score was close, the game never really felt like they had a shot. They are 20 wins away from being the worst team of all time. They're tracking to win 36 games. So they would have to go above expectation in terms of wins to hit 42, which would eclipse the pathetic White Sox from last year. 22-74, the White Sox, well, they're not that great either. They're 32-65. So as bad as the White Sox were last year and as bad as they are this year, they are still 10 games ahead of the Rockies. The Rockies are the only team in Major League Baseball that doesn't have 30 wins at the All-Star break. And they're only the second team in history with 70-plus losses at the All-Star break itself in the history of baseball. The Rockies are bad at baseball. But I'm glad Ethan Holliday's there. I am. And I pointed out there are some other good players. And we'll see. We shall see. All right, let me take a couple of your comments here. A couple people on here, and I appreciate it. Morning, my DMac. Let's go Dodgers. 4 more days till training camp. I got no issues with the Dodgers, and you know, I got no problems with the Dodgers. Steve Steele, hope you had a good weekend, DMac. Just checking in. Now that the big Val trade is official, who is the better offseason, the Nuggets or the Broncos? Both really good. Great question, Steve. Love that question. Might steal that one for PhD a little bit later today. I think overall, the best offseason was the Nuggets. But that's a damn good question, Steve. But being able to deal Michael Porter Jr.'s contract for a high-quality player to bring back one of the heroes forever, Bruce Brown, to get the best backup they've ever had for Joker, and to get a lights-out shooting guard when he's open, Tim Hardaway Jr. Yeah, I'm going to go with your Denver Nuggets, who didn't even have a draft pick, but they get a virtual pick back with Deron Holmes. So they kind of get a first-round draft pick with Holmes coming back as well, who wasn't going to play much last year anyway. So that is 5 significant additions, pretty solid subtractions. They let go of Westbrook. I think he's gone. DeAndre Jordan, Vlatko Konchar, Dario Saric. Pretty good. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the Broncos had a great offseason as well. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Rockies. And you don't have to twist my arm to root for Shohei Ohtani. So there you go. If you use that on the show, just shout me out because I listen. Well, I mean, Steve Steele, that sounds like an overnight DJ from the 70s, but you got it, Steve Steele. I love it. Okay, hey, appreciate you watching Journey Spice. Again, when we think about adding delicious flavor to your food, there's only one brand that makes the most sense, and that is my great friends at Journey Spice. All you have to do is hit up this QR code right there, and you're all set. Journey Spice for the win. Flavor in, plastic out. Guys, have a great day. Kick it in the teeth. See ya.